One Wednesday afternoon, a mad woman walked into Aria Ria Market. She strode past her shop, then stopped at Madam Ijeoma's shop. "Give me food," she begged. "Get away from here, you dirty thing," Ijeoma screamed, throwing pure water at her. The same woman came back again, ripped open the floor of Ijeoma's shop, pulled out the calabash, raised it high and screamed, "This is why she is not selling." Ijeoma froze. The next minute, she dropped to the ground and began to bark like a dog. Her eyes rose. Her wig fell off. She began to crawl, shouting words no one could understand. The market was silent. Then someone whispered, "Juju don't backfire." Today, "Nah, I have the cheapest yam for your children. Bia, 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 no now." In the middle of the chaos was Mama Ebere, a 67-year-old widow who sold yams like hotcake. But she didn't only sell yam. Her charisma sold more than 2 bars. It sold trust. She had no signboard, no fancy decoration, just neatly arranged yam, a humble smile, and customers who couldn't come, she delivered to. Every post she made online got comments like, "Your yams are sweet, Mama," or "I'll be back for more." Next to her was Madam Ijeoma, a younger woman who claimed to sell handbags, but often stocked yams too, just to copy Mama Ebere. But while she had the looks and the loud voice, she didn't have the charm. Every night, Ijeoma stalked Mama Ebere's Facebook in the dark. She would read the comments, the praises, and the shares. One thing made Mama Ebere different, her attitude. When a customer said, "I don't have enough money," she would smile and say, "No wahala, my dear, go home, come back tomorrow." But Ijeoma, she would snap, "Drop that yam if you don't have money." Nonsense. Over time, the market noticed. Customers started flocking to Mama Ebere, not just for yam, but for the peace they felt around her. Some even saved money at home just to buy from her. Madam Ijeoma watched this in silence. Jealousy brewed in her like pepper soup on high heat. She began to greet Mama Ebere coldly, no smile, no warmth. She hissed whenever customers leaned near her shop. One day, she shouted at a woman and struck the air with her broom. "Don't block my market. Are you mad? You blocking her from entering my shop." The woman walked away, straight to Mama Ebere's shop. Sometimes, Madam Ijeoma argued with Mama Ebere over space in the market, knowing fully well that she's the main problem. One hot Monday, after a sales-less week, Madam Ijeoma had enough. She visited a native doctor on the outskirts of town. "I want to make my neighbor useless," she said. "She's collecting all my customers and bewitching me. I want her legs to swell. I want her to stop selling." The herbalist smiled slowly. "You want a cherry?" He gave her a small brown charm wrapped in palm leaves. "Drop it in front of her shop. You will also give me 30,000 naira to take this goat. Bury this goat alive in front of your shop. Once she steps on it, her legs will rot. And take this calabash that has feathers. Hide it somewhere in your shop where nobody will see it. Any day a person apart from you sees it, that day becomes your doom," the herbalist warns. That same night, she returned to the market quietly, dug a grave burying the goat alive, and dropped the charm in front of Mama Ebere's shop. Then went into her shop where nobody gets to and hid the calabash filled with chicken feathers as the herbalist instructed. The next morning, Mama Ebere arrived early, humming a gospel song, completely unaware. Mama Ebere forgot to pray that morning. She swept the front like always and unknowingly matched the cursed spot. She felt a shock, but she thought she was stressed from customers' order and daily hangover stress from yesterday's sale. That night, she felt like one who was carrying a heavy block. 2 days passed. The 3rd day, and her leg began to swell. She had thought it was just an ordinary boil. She came back from the market on the 5th day and told her daughter to buy her a bandage, explaining to the local pharmacist what was actually wrong with her leg. She did, and it got worse. But despite her predicament, she still smiled and sold for them. It became worse, and it resulted to visiting the hospital. Nina, her 18-year-old daughter, cried as she wheeled her mother into clinics. No answers, no hope. Doctors ran tests, gave her injections, but nothing worked. Mama Ebere went to the church to see if she can be healed. But after many times of prayer section, her leg remained the same. Weeks passed and it worsened. She spent all her savings on hospitals until someone whispered, "This looks like juju from the market." A customer who had known her for years suggested another herbalist in Afa Oruku. Mrs. Ebere got to the herbalist. She showed him her leg and what it looks like. He looked into the mirror and saw how it all happened. The man examined her leg, chanted quietly, then asked, "This is a cherry, but you're lucky. Your heart's clean. That is why it didn't kill you." He offered her two options: return it to the sender or take the cure, forgive and move on. Mama Ebere's eyes filled with tears as she chose forgiveness. "No, just heal me. I have a daughter to feed." Back in the market, Mama Ebere's daughter sold yam for her and customers kept coming. This was unknown to her. She thought her business was collapsing and it made her worry because she stayed in the herbalist's place for weeks. Within a month, Mama Ebere's leg began to heal. She returned to the market, walking with a limp and courage. She had sold her phone, her clothes, and even borrowed money from her fellow trader to pay for her treatment, but she was back and happy that her daughter has been making sales. And her customers returned in double. Some gave her foodstuffs. Others brought their friends. One customer came with 3 family members saying, "This is the woman I told you about. She treats customers like gold." Meanwhile, Madam Ijoma's shop remained empty. Her yam tuber sat for months. Rats chewed her yam. Dust gathered on her counter. And instead of repentance, she doubled down. She still refused to change. But Mama Ebere came back to the shop. Ijoma was not happy. She wanted something terrible to happen to her while she takes her space. Desperate Ijoma met in northern spirituality an old Hausa man who promised market breakthrough through sacrifice. "Bury live fishes in your shop," he said, "and you'll begin to see customers coming in always." "You mean it?" she said in amazement. That night, she opened her shop, dug the floor, and buried the live fishes, cemented it like nothing happened again, then placed the calabash under her counter. For the second time. After that, customers began to come to her shop to buy things. That week and next, she sold her yams and ordered for another, but one thing remained. As she sold her yams, Nina had more customers. Mama Ebere's shop was filled with customers. One Wednesday afternoon, a mad woman walked into Aria Ria Market. She strode past her shop, then stopped at Madam Ijoma's shop. "Give me food," she begged. "Get away from here, you dirty thing," Ijoma screamed, throwing pure water at her. The same woman came back again, ripped open the floor of Ijoma's shop, pulled out the calabash, raised it high and screamed, "This is why she is not selling." Ijoma froze. The next minute, she dropped to the ground and began to bark like a dog. Her eyes rose. Her wig fell off. She began to crawl, shouting words no one could understand. The market was silent. Then someone whispered, "Juju don't backfire." Today, Mama Ebere's shop is the biggest yam depot in Aria Ria Market. Her daughter is now in the university, paid for with yam money. As for Madam Ijoma, her shop is locked. Nobody sees her again. Rumor has it that she roams Afara psychiatric home. Good customer service, pure heart and honesty will always win, even in a world full of dark intentions. And for every juju, there is a karma waiting to